We're here for Spyderfest 2014, and today we're showing you Lamonster's garage. Guys, live this morning here with Lamont. How are you, Lamont?
Doing good, doing good.
We have Spyderfest 2014. It's been a crazy year so far. We're at Lamonster's garage. This is a dream come true, I can imagine, for you. How about you walk us through, tell us how it came about, because you're working with Rickylen Damouth from Pitbull Powersports, and we've seen you guys together. We know you have a relationship, but maybe tell us a little bit how the dream came about and how we get to Lamonster's garage.
Well, this actually started back in 2010. I was doing a cross-country tour on my Spyder RT.
Okay.
And I was in California, heading back. It was a 10,000-mile trip.
Okay.
And I was on Spyder Lovers, and I noticed that there was this little gathering in Cuba, Missouri, put on by Rickylen at Cowtown.
Yeah.
That's where he started off at, and there was maybe 75 people, you know, going to be in. I thought I was in, I think I wound up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, when I decided, you know what, I'm going to swing by and see what's going on with these guys. So I came by, and good group of people, very energetic, very enthusiastic about Spyder. And that's when I first met Rickylen. Okay. So here's this little guy, and he's just running around getting things done. I mean, what he put on was just pretty amazing to me.
Because he wasn't expecting in the first time so many people. He was expecting 30 or 40, and a lot of people just showed up because they heard about it.
Well, it actually started, there was like 19 or 20 were going to be there, and then as I'm writing my blogs every day on Spyder Lovers, I said, well, I'm going to stop by and see the Spyderfest in Cuba. So then it's like, well, I'm going to be there. I always wanted to meet Lamont. You know, he's going to be right there. So other people started showing up. So it got a little bigger and bigger. And anyway, that was my first experience with Rickylen and his wife and the whole family there, and the Mo gang. You know, big part of how this all came together. Yeah. So anyway, that's where our relationship started, and we kind of hit it off. And through each Spyderfest, our relationship got better and better, and we started to see how each other interacted, and we had the same values, business-wise, and how to treat people. You know,
people have to understand there's a lot of distance between you and because you're from Tennessee. You live in Tennessee, so that's about 600, 700 miles.
650 from here.
Okay, so distance, you're not seeing each other every day.
Correct. Okay. Correct. Yeah, so, and basically, Spyderfest is a cyber relationship.
It is.
So this is born on Facebook and Spyderlovers.com, and this is the reality of it when all the people get together. So, but anyway, we built this relationship, and at some point last year or the year before, Len decided to branch out on his own. He had some ideas that he was kind of limited on doing where he was in Cowtown. He needed more space, a bigger town. Spyderfest had grown to where it couldn't really accommodate
the rooms for the hotels. People had to go 30, 40 miles out to get a hotel room.
Yeah, and it was like doubling every year.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a necessity to move that, and that tied into the shop being moved also. So last year, he decides to start a dealership in the beginning of Pitbull Powersports, So crazy, to take on a project like that is just amazing, just Spyderfest on its own.
Because he opened the dealership in Spyderfest within
7 weeks.
7 weeks, not even 2 months.
7 weeks.
Wow.
So to repeat the craziness, we decided that we would get together and we would start this thing called Lamonster Garage.
You had a Lamonster Garage I knew was the one at your house in Springfield, Missouri, where you had in Green. Is it Greenville or
Mossheim, Greenville area?
Okay, yes. And you had the Lamonster Garage already up. You were doing a little bit of your own work and things like that. So this is just like the dream of it? It's just
well,
just blown up 1,000%.
Lamonster Garage actually started in 1999.
Okay.
And I got the name Lamonster because typically I would have a big rally that I had to be at, and it would be several hundred miles away. And I would post a picture of my bike completely torn apart in 1,000 parts the night before I had to leave.
I've heard about that.
Okay, so and that was my MO. So
Okay.
back then the show Monster Garage with Jesse James
Yeah.
was popular. And one of my partners back then, he just kind of said, "Well, you're Lamonster," you know,
And that stuck.
and that stuck, you know, and it works for me because I'm Lamont, and I kind of was doing Monster Garage was all built on doing these crazy builds before midnight,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
and basically that's what I did. So I'd put my bike all together, and then I would jump on it and ride cross country.
Okay.
Not test riding it, not nothing, you know.
Okay.
And usually it was, very apart. I mean, I literally, on the Valkyrie, I could take the thing completely apart, pull the motor, everything, throw all the bolts in a bucket and put it back together. That's
Wow.
how well I knew
Okay.
that bike. So that's kind of evolved to the VTX, the M109, and then the Spyder in 2008. So the Monster Garage wasn't really a Spyder concept. But it has turned into a Spyder concept. What has really changed things is I had no idea I'd have the passion for Spyder that I have. I ride 600 horsepower motorcycles, V8 bikes,
Okay.
everything. The Spyder is actually the slowest thing I've ever owned compared to all my other bikes.
Okay.
But it's one of the funnest, exciting, different, it's just something that's captivated me, and I've decided to kind of build my life around it.
Okay.
So here we are now. Pitbull Powersports and Lamonster Garage are. Pitbull is a separate company.
Okay. You got 3 companies here working at this
Correct.
place here. Okay.
Correct.
So the first one is Lamonster Garage.
Correct.
And we had talked that Pitbull has moved their shop here.
Yes, they're basically Lamonster Garage is providing building and support to their shop.
Okay.
So all their employees are the ones that do all the builds, they do all the repairs, they do all the installs.
Okay.
Lamonster Garage, my portion of it that I can tell you about is basically.
What's this that you can tell me about? You're
Well,
holding something back?
Yeah, well, we're never really done.
Okay.
So we got something pretty exciting coming along.
I'll work on that off camera, and I'll see what I can bring back.
Well,
Go ahead. Okay.
hopefully we'll have it announced fairly soon. But
Okay.
but we're trying to do things right. And so anyway, Lamonster Garage will be more for supporting Pitbull. We'll develop parts.
Okay.
We'll do some customizing here.
Okay.
But basically, it's just it's my garage.
Okay.
So, that's supporting 3 businesses. So.
What's the third business? Is something coming? That's all we can
It's
say?
something coming, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be big, almost as big as Spyder TV. Almost as big.
You did not just say that.
Yeah, almost as big as Spyder
I'm going to
TV.
keep that in. Okay? Thanks a
So-
lot. So how about we go see it?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Well,
first let me tell
right.
you how this came about. 4 weeks ago, okay,
Yeah.
we've been looking all over Springfield,
People
Missouri.
got to get a time frame here because this is pretty amazing. We've seen a little bit of photograph. This is the first walkthrough, right?
Yes. Yes.
So 4 weeks. I emphasize 4 weeks they did this.
Well, you've seen the show Extreme Makeover,
Yeah.
where they take a house and they just gut it and rip it out
Yeah.
and start over. Well, basically there was 3 of us doing the same thing to this building while working full-time jobs. Unfortunately, they never turned the heater on, and all the water lines had burst,
Okay.
and the sewer had backed up,
Okay.
and it was so disgusting that I took very little pictures because I just didn't
Want them
if
circulating.
anybody saw what it used to look like,
Okay.
they probably wouldn't even come here. So it was that bad.
Okay.
It was nasty. Okay. So anyway, we purchased the property. We're on an acre and a half. It's actually it's like they say, it's got good bones.
Okay.
It's got good bones.
Okay.
So it's got potential, and I looked at the building basically like I look at a motorcycle. When I look at a motorcycle or a Spyder, I don't see it as it is. I see it as it will be.
Okay. So you had the vision.
I had a vision. and Lynn had the vision, and it's changed, it's evolved several times through the process. So anyway, here we are. We had to pump this thing out for Spyderfest, you know, and we knew everybody showing up. So basically, we've literally been working 16, 18, 20-hour days. I can count 2 days that I went to bed at 3 in the morning, got up at 6, and realized I never ate the day before.
Wow, okay.
I mean, we're just
intense.
So focused. And pretty much every day, except for 2 days, we could look back and say we did something monumental.
Okay.
You know, we could look back and say, wow, we got that done.
You got a couple of guys helping you out here. How about we name a couple of them?
Well, Jacob Tinker is my right-hand man, and he's just, you know, it's hard to find a guy that you can trust 100% when I say, hey, Jacob, we need to get this done today, and go out and run parts and come back and it's done above your expectations. So he's actually a shop foreman. And if someone comes and asks me a question, I tell him, go ask Jacob. Okay. And you know, Jacob runs the shop. He's a great organizer. He's just good guy, man. I'd like to have 10 of them.
And Jacob was a Mogang member?
He's a Mogang member. He's kind of quiet guy, soft-spoken. I didn't really know him, but once you get to know the guy, he's got a heart of gold. His whole family comes over here and helps. You know,
I've seen the pictures.
Out there painting. Yeah. His wife comes up, she grabs a paintbrush, you know, and his kid comes out and hangs out, and he starts working, and he's got 2 little kids, and they run around and have a good time. You know, it's really turned into a real a family thing. You know, it just kind of emphasizes how the whole Spyder community is really one big family.
It is. It is. I'm here, and I feel it. Even though I'm all the way in Montreal, when I come here, I'm always welcome. You always welcome me. Everybody is just super nice, and I'm a little bit jealous. You guys are going to build. Do I pronounce this right? The Sturgis? Is that the the big malls over there? Yeah. So is this Springfield, Missouri, going to turn into this?
Well, you know, Springfield, Missouri, Glenstone, which is right over there, is old historical Route 66. So we are actually going to focus on, we started doing the graphics on the building. You got pictures of that. Yeah. We're actually going to do murals on the building and make this a stopping point for people. You know,
you got the room, and I can see a little bit of the vision. I mean, this is going to be sweet. You got a lot of places. You can throw a big Lamonster barbecue here and fit everybody in. So are we ready to go take a look inside?
Sure,
let's go, guys.